whispering. Nobody has to know.
Welcome everyone to Podcast 69 South, where we cuss and discuss true crime, cold cases, current events, and hot topics, along with our state of society today. This is your trigger warning. Our podcast content is produced for adult listeners 18 years of age and older. We discuss situations that may be offensive and triggering to some listeners. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Welcome back, 69 South. What's good, everybody? I'm Chop, your host, and with me always is my gorgeous, beautiful co-host, Julie. What's good, girl?
Everything's good in the studio, that is.
That's good in the studio. It seems like you've been getting a little bit of fan mail. I guess people's realizing who the fuck you really are. Kind of trippy, huh?
I hate it.
I love it. That's my baby. I'm proud of your ass.
Oh, goodness.
Let's get into it, man. If you guys are fans of ours and listen to all our shit, then you know who the fuck Jacob Wessel is. We got the first episode. It's about Adderall.
Text messages and Adderall.
Yeah, he was a teacher, robotics teacher, had a little girl sitting on his lap and sneaking him some Adderall, a little bit of weed, probably doing some fucked up shit with him. This dude ain't stopped. And like 2 days after we dropped our second episode...
Yeah, because he got some more charges after that. He was on the run for a long time, but
This is the cat that was posted up in Indianapolis, and we just found out he was posted up down in Salisbury, which is a little cool-ass town down in Greene County. Y'all know that. Y'all know Yoo-Hoos or whatever the fuck that little store is down there. I love Salisbury, man. I used to go down there and go fishing in the river and shit, and there's some cool-ass people down there. But he was posted up down there in Salisbury. What happened down there in Salisbury that made him skip the nap?
Well, we'll get into that later.
All right.
Because it's good.
I'm jumping ahead, baby. My
I
bad.
know you are.
So this dude fucked up again, even kind of worse than he did before.
And I'm telling you what, I think this is one of the main parts of the reason he was on the run. Because when he was on the run, you know, he wrote the letters to the court, please, crying like a baby, please squash the warrant and let me come in on my own.
Let me come
bullshit.
in. Yeah, that was the dude we said, oh, let me come in and squash the warrant. Let me pay bail so I don't go in the county and get my motherfucking ass whooped because I'm a bitch-ass chomo, basically, right?
Basically.
I mean, spit the truth.
So anyway, before he got a chance to get captured, he got more charges put on him. And it's just so much with this dude. I can't even remember the second set of charges was dissemination of matter harmful to a child for when more victims had came forward after we told the initial story about him showing him porn in a car ride to a soccer game.
Oh, this was that dude too? This motherfucker, man.
Yes. And it's crazy because we do so many cases. We'll be talking and go back and be like, hey, do you remember such and such? And you're like, what case is that from? And you're like, I got to see a picture or something to know what you're talking about. So, and then...
I know,
then you'll remember.
Yeah,
but
now it's all clicking to me. This is the dude that was giving kids Adderall.
Yes.
This is the dude that was showing fucking
anime porn
and driving with his motherfucking knees.
Yes, this is
the
him.
soccer game, dude.
Yes.
Y'all got to go back and listen to the Jacob Wessel episodes to make this one make sense. But what Miss Julie was trying to say was, now we know why this motherfucker was on the run, because he didn't know which charges he was going to get.
Because I'm telling you what, just by my own observations and what I think and feel, I feel like there are so many, I feel like there's more victims out there. Like, I just feel it in my spirit. There is. I know there is.
If y'all was a victim of Jacob Wessel, hit us up. We keep your anonymity safe. And we would tell this motherfucking
But hit
story.
the police up first.
Hit the police up.
Yes, and let them know.
Definitely hit 69 South up because we tell the truth. And we won't say your name.
So let's get into what
Let's fucking get
these
into this
new
shit.
charges are.
Please. I can't believe this shit, really.
I was floored when I seen this.
I dropped my damn iPhone. I was tearing out some concrete today. I was like, Jacob Wessel, a fucking Ginn? Are you kidding
And
me?
thanks to Angela Gano, I seen it on Angela Gano's Facebook, and I was like, oh my God, because usually I check, to try to keep updates posted and stuff like that. And I had seen her that she posted that, and I was like, you have got to be kidding me.
Angela Gano, we're going to give you a shout out, girl, because we know your ass listens to us. You ain't got to say it. It's all good. We know your ass listens to us. Whatever. We know you do.
Anyway.
Let's just get right into it. So on 5/19/25, Detective Dotson, which is a Morgan County detective, he was contacted by an Indianapolis Metropolitan Police detective. He was investigating a delayed rape investigation involving Mr. Jacob Wessel.
So on the same night, and this is 9:30 p.m. at night on a Monday. Officer Therese from IMPD, she was dispatched to Decatur High School on Kentucky Avenue, the southwest side of Indianapolis, to investigate a report of a delayed rape.
What do they mean by a delayed rape? You mean delayed investigation?
They didn't report it when it happened. This is a few months later, because it can take victims time to come forward. That shit is scary.
Sometimes they don't want to say shit because they're embarrassed.
Right. They're embarrassed.
They self-blame themselves. You know what I mean? Like, it's my fault because maybe I looked a little bit too good to this old man or whatever. I mean, but I'm just being real.
But still, it's not their fault.
No, hell no, it ain't their fault.
Especially if they're children.
But that's what they mean by delayed investigation.
Yeah, I mean, it could be they could be... I mean, if it's a minor, they could be scared of what their parents are going to think. They could be scared of
a gang of shit, really.
What other students and kids are going to think if they find out it's this shame in it, which if you're a victim, you shouldn't have any shame at all.
But you're going
it's
to.
Not your
you're
fault.
You're going to, though.
But in some ways, you're probably going to feel that, in which you shouldn't at all.
You shouldn't, but they are. But the officer arrives, and he's met by a chaplain. I'm not sure if it was personnel chaplain or the chaplain of the school, and the reporting victim's mother. So
the chaplain met with the officer, and he told the officer that he had a victim. She was a 17-year-old female at the time the incident happened, but she was now 18. And that she confided in him and said that her mentor, Jacob Wessel, from Mooresville Christian Academy, raped her back in February of 2025 of this year.
So after the victim confided in the chaplain, he immediately contacted the victim's mother, as he should have. He helped the victim tell her mother that she was raped by her teacher and her mentor. They immediately called the popo.
Okay, I just want to remind people real quick. Here in Indiana, the reporting laws for, child abuse or child sexual abuse, the person to report has to be the person who witnessed what happened or the person that the victim told.
And also...
a lot of these schools were getting by with this loophole because, the victim didn't actually tell me, even though it's up to the principal knowing or this and that. The victim didn't tell me. They told somebody else, so I don't have to report. That's kind of like a little loophole.
They was getting by on some he said, she said type shit, right?
Yeah, so...
But the law in Indiana is like if you tell, if a nurse gets told or somebody from a clergy, like a chaplain or a teacher...
It's any adult.
Any adult
has the responsibility to report child abuse or child sexual abuse.
As it fucking should be.
Or anything like that. So the officer speaks with the victim. She says that Wessel was her tech mentor / robotics teacher. And then on the probable cause affidavit, it said through... all you could really see was Christian. So I'm assuming she means Mooresville Christian Academy, which was where Wessel was associated with. And the victim was friends with Wessel's daughter and with Wessel, and that she had an ongoing relationship with Jacob Wessel. And she's 17 years old at the time this started. But in parts of the affidavit, it's redacted, so it's like kind of choppy. So that made me wonder, like, what type of ongoing relationship and for how long. But, you know, we figure it out as we get down the probable cause affidavit.
So on Saturday, February 22nd, 2025, this is a week before her 18th birthday, folks, victim asked her mom if she can stay the night at Mr. Wessel's because his daughter was going to be home back from college that weekend. Around 5 p.m., Wessel picked her up and took her back to his house.
Now, the victim stated that his daughter wasn't in the car and did not return home from college that weekend.
We'll be right back.
Discover Rosie Posey's farm stand at 6082 East Hadley Road in Mooresville, Indiana. Home of the sourdough bagel bombs. Crafted with love, these bagel bombs burst with flavors like Asiago cheese, jalapeno pepper, blueberries and cream, and everything bagel. Their artesian sourdough loaves come in classic, chocolate chip, jalapeno cheddar, and garlic parmesan, just to name a few, and they are pure perfection and the best in the area. If you're craving some sweets, they have homemade cookie sandwiches and cookie dough and s'mores flavors delight. Grab a farm fresh flower bouquet from the iconic pink roadside stand and go follow Rosie Posey's farm stand on Facebook for daily menu items and availability. Visit Rosie Posey's for an unforgettable taste experience at 6082 East Hadley Road.
When they arrived back at Wessel's house, he wanted to show her something. I bet he fucking did. Not sure what he wanted to show her, but we can assume it was his dick, probably, because Wessel had the victim get in the bed and ordered her to take her clothes off. This is all allegedly, folks, but this is from the victim's mouth.
So the victim told him no. A few moments passed by awkwardly, assuming, with him trying to entice her to undress. I'm sure under pressure or fear of coercion, she reluctantly takes off her clothes, but leaves her underwear on.
Wessel then takes it upon himself to put his hands on her and removes the victim's underwear. She stated she was so uncomfortable. I bet she fucking was, poor girl. I mean,
can you imagine her mindset? Like, oh my God, this is my robotics teacher / mentor.
Remind us how old this Wessel cat is, right quick.
I don't know why I want to say 45, but he's
in his fucking
between
40s.
40 and 45.
And this girl's 17 years old. Of course,
Yes.
She felt uncomfortable. I mean, oh my God, this motherfucker.
So Wessel then tells the victim, oh, you're just nervous.
Grooming.
Because she had never had sexual intercourse before. She was a virgin.
Wessel began to forcefully, and here's where some of the redactions cut out in the statement. Wessel forcefully touched or kissed, penetrated or fondled the victim with something.
We can assume because it cuts out and we can't really, see what it goes into or what it says. So
then what happened?
Wessel ended up, this is so gross, ejaculating in her vaginal area. She said 2.5 times that night. She stated the final time he didn't get off, but they still had some type of relation, so it counts as 3 in my book.
Wessel's other 2 children and Wessel's stepfather were also at the home at the time. The younger of the 2 children was said to have observed the victim and Wessel in a cuddling position on the couch in his home.
The next morning, which was a Sunday, February 23rd, The victim returned home. Wessel drove her home.
The victim has hundreds of text messages from Wessel speaking out about encounters or incidents or conversations that they have had.
Wessel has also sent pictures of his penis to this young minor girl.
This motherfucker. Victim stated that he has 4 phones. Damn, Kevin Gates only had 2. And sometimes message her from Discord. See that Discord, man. Every time I hear
Such bad
Discord,
thing about Discord.
I ain't even trying to type in DIS on my fucking phone. Fuck Discord. But anyway, he also emails her.
She stated, okay, this is what got me. She stated she broke up with Wessel through text message one day. And what I got from the PCA was that I don't think that he had responded. So they were in a relationship together. They were together like a boyfriend and girlfriend, and she texted him and they break up. Get the fuck out of here.
This dude was 40-something and she was 17. He was, come the fuck on, man.
Yeah.
I like to smack the fuck out of this dude. I'm just being real. But, you know, they probably charged me with some bullshit. Anyway, the officer advised the victim to not contact Wessel. She was very compliant and agreed. The officer then contacted sex crimes detectives.
Now, the victim's mother stated that she had the iPhone and iPad with all of the messages and pictures for detectives.
So sex crimes detectives are interviewing the victim. She advised detectives that Wessel had assaulted her in Morgan County sometime January 2025, and then the final sexual assault in February 2025.
And I don't know if I want to say final there because you never know what's happened. Even when a victim comes forward, sometimes they don't want to tell everything just because of fear of shame, and they feel like, you know, people think they were in the wrong or whatever. But you know what? You were a child and you were clearly groomed.
This dude must have he must have some game, because I've looked at pictures of this dude and you would think, I'm just saying, this dude's an ugly motherfucker, man. You would think, I could see it if he looked like Clark Kent, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, like a
Johnny Edgerton.
Like Johnny Edgerton, man. Go back and listen to that shit. Johnny Edgerton was a good looking dude. If you look like Johnny Edgerton, you could, you know, if you was trying to fuck up and commit some crimes and be a little bitch and get into some young girl's panties, and you was a handsome kind of look young, but this dude's an ugly ass motherfucker, man. I just don't. He must have game. Like, I don't know. He had 4 phones.
No, he ain't got no game. Why do you think he's trying to fuck with kids? Kids don't know game. Kids don't know nothing. They just know. They think, oh, some boy, even if it's a grown man, they think, oh, some boy likes me. Some boy's interested in me. You know, it makes them feel important.
Some boy, though, not some ugly ass 45-year-old fucking robotics teacher.
But when you're a young girl, if an older grown man is showing you some attention like that, that makes you feel important, and he knew that.
Yeah, I guess.
So anyway, from the parent interview, the victim received Wessel's phone number from another student at Mooresville Christian Academy because her daughter's, what she said, was a problem solver. And the victim reached out to Wessel first, but only because she was trying to help her other friend. Now, it is alleged that Wessel asked the victim to reach out to another girl for him, stating she was going to get Wessel and an unknown girl, a student at the school, is what I have to be assuming here because she's so young, get them back together.
Whoa, hold up. So she was trying to hook Wessel and another girl, I mean, we don't know, alleged
back
hooked back up,
like fix things by sending the unknown girl an email or a message on Messenger or some other type of way of communicating with her.
Right.
So that just tells you right there that there's another victim of Wessel.
That's fucked up. When it becomes clear that the unknown girl was not going to speak with Wessel, he begins to focus back on the victim that we're referring to.
Okay. Yeah, and so he did. Wessel would meet the victim and smoke pot with her at a new park at the end of Prey Street in Monrovia.
Look, man, I get visions in my head. Yeah, I hear something and like I can't help it, but I see the fucking TV show in my head. I'm thinking of this ugly ass robotics teacher sitting on a park bench, smoking a joint with a 17-year-old girl that's 45, whatever the fuck how old he is. It just don't make sense to me, man.
No.
Let me just put this out there before we get back in the story. You young women, you young girls, when from 10 to 18, you're a beautiful flower just blooming, man. Don't be fucking around with old dudes.
No, any dudes.
Any dudes, really, but especially, I mean, don't let these motherfuckers get in your head, please,
Because
ladies.
they're all full of shit. They're lying. They just want to use you and abuse you.
They want to hit it
You
and
know?
quit it. They don't give a fuck. Let's be real.
So while they were at the park, or I don't know if it was while they were at the park, but on another encounter they had together, he also attempted to give her an unwanted pill. Let's assume it's Adderall like it was the other girl.
Who knows what the fuck it was? Maybe a
Yeah.
date rape type shit.
It could have been.
Mother states that she has not read all of the communications from Wessel. She probably put the fucking phone down because she couldn't read no more because it makes her physically ill.
Which it would any mother.
Boy.
Any mother. And I bet you this mother is ready to kill. Like, she just, you know, she wants to get in that cell with this dude and just wrap her hands around his neck and just give him what he's got coming to him.
Boy, we got granddaughters this age in Monrovia, and I cannot tell you what the fuck I would do if this shit, the robotics teacher, I don't even want to talk about it. The mother recalls messages of the sexual encounters between her daughter and Wessel. In one instant, her daughter stated that she had said no to this dude, and Wessel replied, well, no doesn't always mean no.
Fuck him for that.
No fucking means no, bro.
Now, multiple message that led her to believe there were multiple physical encounters starting in February before her daughter turned 18.
He learned that Wessel told the victim if her mom found out about their relationship, Wessel would shoot her in the face. The mother, that is.
So he told the girl, oh, if your mom finds out about this, I'm shooting her in the face.
This
That ain't no
motherfucker,
shit to
man.
be played with.
Hell
I've been shot
no.
in the face, okay?
Yeah, you're blessed to be here. Thank the good Lord for that.
So the mom provided an electronic tablet that was the victim's, along with a diary that had been kept by the victim.
In the journal, the victim writes about the rape event. That occurred in Morgan County.
The mother also informed that Wessel would use fake names. Sometimes George Thompson. What a fucking name. Like,
you know,
that's
it's
the
funny.
dumbest fucking
Every
name
time
I've ever
everybody
heard.
wants to
George.
use an ignorant-ass fucking name or a fake name, it's always got to be George for some reason. Why is that always the first dumbass name that people use? I'm just saying. No offense to our first president, of course.
Maybe because most Georges are predators or
Man,
something.
it just seems, no offense to the good Georges, but
Yeah, there's good Georges, I'm sure. But
I ain't met one yet.
neither have I.
Matter of fact, probably one of our listeners, George Walls, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good dude. But that's one out of a fucking 1,000. Anyway, let's move it on.
Well, so that's what happened. And now I'm going to get into the digital evidence. And in this PCA, it also contains an interview with Mr. Jacob Wessel himself. So
I can't wait to hear this shit.
let's get into what this digital evidence found and into this Wessel interview.
I'm just letting y'all know we're trying to pull the PCA up, and Miss Julie keeps having to remind me how to double click and slide shit.
Anyway, okay, there you go. So we start with some of this digital evidence that was found on one of these devices, and it begins like this.
So, like Miss Julie said, this is a message from Jacob Wessel to the victim. It says, yes, because I do care, so I will care about you and your health. But as you also know, I won't give you as much of a hard time about eating as others do.
That was weird to me. Like, why would a teacher or mentor or robotics instructor be giving any time or any type of advice on eating to any student?
It
You're
makes you
not a
feel like
nutritionist.
maybe the girl had either a eating problem or, you know what I'm saying? That's weird, though.
Maybe somebody was making her feel insecure about her looks.
Regardless
and her
of what
weight.
it was, the dude was playing on her motherfucking insecurities.
Emotions and her
Grooming his
emotions.
fucking ass.
Yes.
He said, like that. And truth, though, about blank, another victim, is I did catch feelings for her. That is as more than friends, but I never acted on it. We clicked on a different level, but not a good one. Kind of like you and Jacob. But you know you have interest, but you also know how bad that would probably end up. Me and blank was that way too. You have made me think about all of that a lot, actually. Anyway, people aren't totally wrong about me being able to fall for younger people.
Wow. So right there, he's admitting that he falls for younger girls, meaning younger girls under the age of 18 years of age.
The way this dude looks, I mean, he's a fucking nerdy 45-year-old.
You cannot get over his looks.
Nah,
can you?
he's a goofy ass fucking dude. I'm just saying, he. Okay, look, motherfuckers. Like you talk about, what do you say? Like what do I say? Like how an ugly swan or an ugly duckling grows up to be a beautiful swan, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
Kind of like me.
yeah,
No,
but
just kidding.
baby, you've been beautiful since the day since you took a breath of
whatever.
God's clean air in my eyes. But what I'm saying is this dude wasn't never good looking. He was always an ugly motherfucking nerdy ass dude. So I think he's playing on his he's got integrity and he's got fucking.
No, you know what it was? He was a bigger dude and he got on one of them weight loss drugs, I think, and lost like hundreds of pounds, like kind of like the Brittany Fortenberry
Oh yeah, here on
shit,
69 South,
where
we call
she
that
said she
the
that she
Brittany
lost.
Fortenberry syndrome.
OMG.
Well, fuck. Lost a lot of weight. Maybe I look good. I'm getting some attention from these young people. I didn't get attention from no young people when I was a kid. I'm trying to get it now. I mean, that's what it adds up to. Come on, let's be real.
Yeah, 100%.
This motherfucker, man. Shit. Sorry, I get so distracted talking about this fucking dude. But anyway, back to the PCA. That is true. Blank, but I'm not a bad person, and I respect people, and you know that. But make no mistake, and this is true of any guy, almost any age, and true of me too. Just because I have respect and I am not a predator does not mean I wouldn't if there was an opportunity. Remember that of all men, primal nature and hormones are powerful, and demons come along and make that worse. But, and this is true of the church too, they understand all of this. The school and the church and Peter's are actually trying to protect me. They know that my heart is good, and they all understand. They don't see age as a problem. They see the law as a problem, if that all makes sense. I want to be more upfront with you before you become any more attached, because people will catch on to a person having feelings for someone. I don't want problems for you. I don't want to be in the way. I don't want to be a problem. Knowing me is enough of a problem for most, and only some say, screw it, I'm all in. Think about all this, because I don't want you to think all of this isn't on my mind, and I wouldn't. And believe me, when I say all of this isn't on my mind, I wouldn't stop it. I'll tell you like I did. It's all up to you.
Wow.
So this motherfucker
and this is
saying,
a letter or this is a message that he had sent to this victim.
So Peters is
Bruce Peters was the
principal at Mooresville Christian Academy.
Mooresville Christian Academy. But I got a lot to say about this.
I got some shit to say about this shit too.
So the context is a manipulative blend of faux reassurance, self-justification, and boundary pushing that exemplifies grooming tactics. As an adult in a position of authority over minors, Wessel's words are not just inappropriate, they're predatory, legally fraught, and ethically bankrupt. Below, I'll break down everything wrong with what he's saying using direct quotes for clarity. My own analysis draws from established patterns of grooming described by organizations like RAIN and the FBI's behavioral analysis on child exploitation, power imbalances in teacher-student dynamics, and the legal standards for educator misconduct. So first of all, what he's doing is he's minimizing his own predatory behavior while feigning caring, and feigning is faking, while caring about this person.
Hey, let me ask you one thing right quick. Does this dude got daughters?
Yes.
See, that just fucks my whole world
Yes,
up.
his daughter was friends with this girl.
Basically, what this dude's saying is, we're in the caveman situation, and any girl that has her period, any man of any age is going to be turned on to this female, and it's all good. That's what this motherfucker's saying. But I'm telling you right now, I have daughters that are in their 30s now, and I just cannot even
fathom.
I cannot even fathom. Like, it's not even looking at my own daughter. It's looking at anybody of their fucking age. That's
right.
Just, come on, man. It's a fucked up dude.
Now, here's what's wrong. Wessel starts with a condescending pat on the back when he says, yes, because I do care. So I will care about your health. But as you also know, I won't give you as much as a hard time about eating as others do. Yeah, like, why would he even he don't give a fuck what she's eating.
Maybe this girl has a weight problem or something, man, and that's why he's saying that.
Don't even have to be a weight problem. She could be perfectly beautiful and, in her mind think she's not set to the Instagram standards or TikTok standards or the standards of social media.
I'm not going to give you a hard time about eating, so that's what makes me feel like maybe there was an issue there.
Now, what he does is he frames his leniency as special treatment, isolating her from quote-unquote others, peers or family, who might enforce healthier norms. Now, for a teacher, this erodes professional boundaries and grooms the minor to see him as a confidant rather than an authority figure, which is a red flag. Adults don't care about minors' health by offering selective rule breaking. That's a gateway to deeper exploitation. It screams entitlement. Why does a teacher need to negotiate personal eating habits like this privately? It doesn't make sense.
Baby, I'm not trying to change the subject or nothing, but I feel like you're grooming me the way you're talking right now.
Shut up.
You just sound so good the way you spit these
Because I'm mad
things.
about it. It's got me hyped.
It's fucked up, but I'm just saying. You sound so good explaining this shit because you're exactly right with what the fuck you're saying.
Well, then he's admitting attraction to her while downplaying it as natural. He confesses about truth be told about his attraction to this other girl or the relationship that he was in with this other girl is, I did catch feelings for her, that it was more than friends but never quote unquote acted on, so he fucking says. We clicked on a different level, but you also know how bad that would probably end up. And you have interest. Anyway, he says people are totally wrong about him. But you know what? This is a direct admission of romantic or sexual feelings for another underage girl, the redacted victim that we're talking about. And it's framed as an innocent, oh, we clicked, but he never acted upon it. He then pivots to her, implying she has interest in him while admitting that he would fall
I wish
for...
y'all could see Julie's air quotes while she's talking.
I'm so... It just gives me
She
so
throws up
hyped
her air quotes like 100 times if y'all could see that. We are going to start doing videos. We're just a little bit shy.
So anyway, he then pivots to her, implying she has interest in him while admitting he'd fall for younger girls like her. You know what this is? It's gaslighting. He's saying people aren't totally wrong about the rumors that are going around, but he's not a bad person because it's just primal nature and hormones. Are you kidding me?
Definitely some fucked up shit.
I mean, it's just crazy. And then I could go on for days about everything else in this, but we got to get to the rest of the stuff. But there's so much wrong with this message that he sent this poor girl. It just infuriates me.
It's so much. But it's so important to note that the victim would have been 17 at the time of this message exchange, which was also sent the day after the investigation into Wessel began. On 6/12/25, an interview of the victim was conducted by Detective Lindsay Hayden of the Mooresville Police Department. The Mooresville Police Department, below is a summarization of the interview. The victim states that Wessel would pick her up at the park down the street from her house, and they would smoke a stick that made her feel funny.
That was pot.
I bet that was a jizz joint. And the victim advised that this happened on more than one occasion. I can't help but think that this victim knew that it wasn't a stick, that it was a joint, though. I'm just saying.
But
anyway,
just give her the grace.
I'm giving her the grace. She was fucking a minor. It doesn't fucking matter. Mind your boundaries, bitch. The victim describes the two even that were more important to her about Wessel. On one occasion, Wessel took
the victim
to the Monrovia IGA Freiburgs and had her get in the back seat of his car. She advised that Wessel attempted to pin her down and confine her in an effort to have sex with her.
In the Monrovia IGA Freiburgs parking lot? Are you like where? I mean, I can see it happening parking back in the corner because we go to Monrovia IGA.
Hell yeah, they got the best fucking ribeyes in the world. Absolutely. But you only got the gas station parking lot.
That's how bold this dude is. That's how bold he is. That's how much he does not care.
I think that's how much of a bitch this dude is.
Well, yeah, bitch and bold. I'm like, he's not scared of assaulting an underage girl out in public in a grocery store parking lot.
I'm telling you, we got a son that lives in Monrovia and is always at Freiburg's. And if he would have seen this bitch-ass dude trying to motherfucking lay a little girl down the back seat, he'd have beat his motherfucking ass. 100 shout out to Buckethead. Anyway, she said she was able to get away from Wessel and then get back in the front of his car, and he took her home. In another incident, the victim states that Wessel drove her out to a farming field believed to be off of Antioch Road. She stated that she again got in the back seat of Wessel's car and they began to kiss. She describes that Wessel digitally penetrated her. That's what the PCA says, but I'm not sure what digitally penetrated her means.
Digitally, honey. Your fingers are known as digits.
I get it. So you get one of your digits cut off at your finger. Fuck, I get so strung out on digital. I'm talking about like phone. Like maybe he tried to...
No, fingers.
My bad. Anyway, the victim states that Wessel drove her out and she attempted to keep him from doing this but was unsuccessful. She stated that she was able to get Wessel to stop by telling him she needed to
Get home to her mom
right.
so she wouldn't worry or be suspicious. So Wessel stops this behavior and he ends up driving her home. The victim also advises that Wessel once told her that if her mom ever found out about their relationship, he, Wessel, would have to shoot her, meaning the victim's mother. This made her fearful that Wessel would harm her mother. And I don't blame her at all. So she was probably scared to death to even say anything. Now, the victim also details the rape that occurred in Marion County during the interview. The full interview was transcribed by IMPD and has been attached to the case, so it's not available in this PCA.
Moving on, the victim also provided new diary entries that she had written in a new journal that referenced Wessel. It was titled Who to Blame, and provides intimate details of the assault that occurred in Marion County at Wessel's home. The journal entry was written by the victim before the interview was conducted on 6/12/25. A copy of this has been attached to the case for review and presentation.
Now, on June 23rd, 2025, the detective contacted the Greene County Sheriff's Office in reference to the possible location for Wessel provided by an informant. The detective contacted Greene County Dispatch and inquired about the address that was given to him. Upon giving them the address on Britton Road, they advised that they had an involvement there with Carrie Robertson, which corroborated the victim's information. The detective spoke with the Greene County Sheriff's Department deputy, and they advised that he would respond with other units and attempt to locate Wessel.
The detective was later contacted by Deputy Holt, who was advised that Wessel had fled on foot upon arrival of law enforcement. Deputy Holt further advised that Carrie Robertson was on scene and had initially lied about knowing that Wessel was there. However, law enforcement was able to confirm that Wessel had been staying there and had been there for about a month. This information was gleaned from a relative who stated he was a grandfather to Carrie Robertson.
Now, this deputy stated that they were advised that Wessel had been staying in a brown building/cabin on the property with a metal roof. Apparently, when deputies arrived, Wessel was on the back deck of the primary residence, which is blue in color, and fled when he observed them approaching. They also located Wessel's vehicle, a 2008 BMW that is registered to Wessel. The detective was advised that there was a cell phone in plain view in the BMW. Now, the detective would advise that inside of the brown cabin, a firearm was located, as well as multiple electronic devices that would be capable of sending and receiving messages.
This kind of weirds me out about Greene County because, man, I've been down to Salisbury. I know a lot of people in Greene County, and I'm just saying, back in the day, when I smoked some left-handed cigarettes, they was growing some fire-ass weed down in Greene County. And I had a bunch of people tell me this statement, they don't call it Greene County for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But all the people I met down there wouldn't be fucking with no child molesting ass dudes. So it's weird
You know
to
what?
me.
I know a child molesting ass dude that lives down there that probably fuck with people down there. And
Well,
he's
that's
a
where this
good
motherfucker probably was then.
Yeah, well, he's
because
in Greene County too. So
most of the people I knew from Greene County was some solid-ass motherfuckers, man. They was either growing weed or they was growing weed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but they was cool.
I get
They
what
wasn't
you're saying, but I'm telling you what, there's some dirty ass people down there.
not kid fuckers. I didn't know any
Well,
child
I knew
molesters.
a few. I mean, I knew a few people who live down there who've
Well, maybe
that I know
you was
who
running with the
posts
wrong
these
Greene
kids.
County crowd then, because I was
Well,
running
I
with some
didn't run
straight
with
ass
no
dudes.
Greene County crowd ever.
I know, I'm just fucking with you, baby. Anyway, the detective spoke with Detective Elmore, who was also on scene, and he advised that there was a wallet observed in a brown cabin, and he noted that the AC was currently running, indicating to him that someone had been in there recently. He also noted that the blue building was the primary residence, and it was believed that Wessel had been staying in the cabin.
A search warrant was obtained and signed by the judge. Upon searching the brown cabin and the BMW registered to Wessel, multiple electronic devices were discovered. Here's a list of seized electronic items. 1 HP Inc. computer workstation with components exposed. 1 black and color Nexstar 3.5 HDD hard drive. 1 silver and black gaming computer with multiple stickers visible. 1 HP Elite desk computer. 1 cellular phone in a black in color case with a Monster Energy sticker on the back. 1 Samsung solid state hard drive. 1 RCA electronic tablet with a blue back, and 1 ScanDisk USB thumb drive.
Man, I'm just saying. Kids, if you see a fucking older dude with 1,000 electronic devices, something's fucked up.
Run.
Something is fucked up. I got an iPhone, and then we got the iMac computer that we do our podcast on. But that's all I got. Miss Julie has an iPad because her motherfucking phone goes dead sometimes, and then she needs something bigger to type on. But damn, when you got 50 fucking devices and all this bullshit, something ain't right.
Now, also discovered in the cabin were multiple personal items belonging to Wessel, including his wallet with his Indiana driver's license present, multiple prescriptions, medications for Jacob Wessel, various legal mail addressed to Morgan County from from Jacob Wessel to Superior Court 2. And I also spoke with the homeowner, Carrie Robertson, and he verified that Wessel had been staying in the cabin for about a month.
He also stated that all of Wessel's belongings would be in the cabin. The scene was released at 19:15 hours, and all seized evidentiary items were taken to the Morgan County Sheriff's Investigations Building. Search warrants were obtained, and all of the seized electronic devices, as well as the victim's tablet, were sent to the Monroe County High-Tech Crime Unit for extraction to be completed. On 8/14/25, the detective was advised that Wessel had been located and taken into custody by the Marion County Sheriff's Office on his outstanding warrants out of Morgan County. Lieutenant Dana Card transported Wessel to the Morgan County Jail, where he was remanded to the jail staff.
They kicked up that warrant and they kicked up that search after this rape claim came forward.
I bet his fucking his prescription was for Adderall and Viagra, punk ass bitch. Wessel denies that he was ever actually a teacher at MCA.
So what was he? Like, if he was never a teacher there, like, why was he there?
Was there?
Because it said just going back to the Brittany Fortenberry episodes, it says that she wasn't an actual teacher there either, that she was maybe a substitute who applied for an emergency teaching license, it's all up in the air. But how are these teachers teaching without a teaching license in the state of Indiana? I just wonder that.
I think when COVID come through, man, everything got fucked up and all the rules got kind of lax. I mean, to be real, I think that's what happened.
They did.
But still, he's saying he was never a teacher at Mooresville Christian Academy?
That's what he said.
But Bruce Peters got his back?
I don't know.
How in the fuck was he giving kids?
We know Bruce Peters has his back.
We also know that he was a fucking teacher at Mooresville Christian Academy because he was giving kids Adderall at Mooresville Christian Academy in the robotics class. and have a
Yeah.
little girl sit on his fucking lap.
Yes.
Shit. Wessel advises that C.W. was hanging around after the white blank thing, and he imagined that he was trying to be helpful. Wessel states that the victim admitted that she had feelings for him, but did not start talking to her until she was 18. Wessel did admit that the victim was friends with his daughter and states that he took the victim to Carrie's house on Britton Road for New Year's Eve party. Wessel does finally admit that he had a physical relationship with the victim before her 18th birthday and that he had sex with her at his home on High School Road.
Wow.
That was the crib he was hiding at when he was on the run
down in
town.
Salisbury.
No, High School Road. That's right up
Well,
by...
he went from Salisbury to High School Road because remember he was out in Salisbury when they came
I'm
and
just
he
saying.
ran.
He said he had sex with her at his High School Road home. So he
Yeah.
was having sex with this underage girl while he was posted up at the fucking house in Indianapolis. 100.
Yeah, this
100.
was right before all of this came out and about. So that's why he stayed on the run, because he knew
He was
there were
still
several
fucking doing it.
victims. And you know what? I guarantee more victims are going to come forward.
I hope they do. Fuck this dude. The detective asked Wessel if anything physical happened between the victim and him before they had sex in Marion County. Wessel initially denies that anything happened before Marion County. When I pressed Wessel, the detective speaking, he eventually recants and states that he did pick up the victim from the park on Prey Street a couple of times. Wessel states that the victim and him smoked in his car because she wanted the experience. The detective asked Wessel about the encounter at the Monrovia IGA, to which he denied attempting to have sex. Wessel stated that it was just teasing and that he was trying to talk her into having sex. Oh, I'm just playing, girl. I'm 45, you're 17. Let's fuck. I'm just playing.
Now, Wessel then begins to talk about another incident that the victim spoke of, corroborating her story. Wessel advised that he drove the victim to a field and started, quote unquote, making out and rubbing his hand on her inner thigh. Wessel advised that the victim seemed nervous and elaborated that she was nervous about time. And Wessel did not ever disclose to me that he had penetrated or other sex acts had occurred in these car trips. The detective asked if the victim was trying to get away from him or show any resistance by crossing her legs, which she replied, and I quote, "We play that way anyway," end quote, and refers to it as a puppy dog type of interaction. Wessel also admits that what he and the victim smoked was legal gas station weed, and it only happened one time. And then Wessel details the time he and the victim had sex at his home on High School Road.
Also, they smoked that fucking that shit you get from the gas station. It's like, what the fuck's it called?
Spice?
Not spice.
Taste?
It's called something else now. It's
That like the THCA type shit.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
with
Man,
the
that shit,
loophole.
I'll tell you what, I tried it one time a long time ago, and that shit got me higher than fucking weed. Fuck that, because I don't know what's in it. If it ain't grown in Greene County or Indiana, man, or Kentucky, I ain't fucking with it.
You don't even do that stuff anyway.
I ain't
Shut
fucked with it for a
up.
long time. I'm just saying. I've seen some people smoke this shit from the gas station. They're like, man, fuck that. So this dude couldn't even afford some real weed. He went to the gas station.
So
and got
gas
some.
station weed's better
Yeah.
than real weed now?
No, I'm not saying better. I'm saying worse. I'm saying the high's different. But this motherfucker couldn't even afford to get her some good old Indiana green skunk bud. He went to the Indian gas station and bought her some motherfucking bullshit. Well, who knows what's in it? And the poor girl didn't even know where she was at.
I agree.
That's some fucked up shit. But Wessel describes in detail, however, his story is different from the victim. Wessel was adamant that the sex was consensual. When asked about how the victim felt about another victim's relationship, Wessel admits that he knew that she didn't like it.
And he was talking about the victim's mom here. Like he's acting like she knew about it or something.
I didn't want to say her
what I
name
mean?
because
Well, I'm not saying her name. I'm just saying that's what he's implying.
Wessel was asked if he had threatened to hurt the mother, and he stated maybe jokingly, but no. And then I informed him of what the victim had stated, and he said about shooting the victim's mother, and he replied, I can't recall saying that, and I hope I didn't say that. And maybe I was drunk when I said that shit. He also agrees that he did not want anyone or anything to get in the way of him and the victim's relationship.
That was a pretty powerful statement right there. He's straight up saying, I'm not letting nobody get in between your and my relationship, including your mother if she's got anything to say about it. So I don't doubt for 1 second that he threatened to shoot her in the face.
He straight up told the police, man, if I said I shoot your mama in the face, I was drunk. I didn't really mean that shit. Man, fuck this dude. God dang, I hate this motherfucker. But he does eventually recant this and state that he did have feelings for the victim, but he would not have acted on it until she was 16, the legal age.
16 is not the legal age.
No, not for a 45-year-old motherfucker. This ain't Kentucky, bro. And 16 is the legal age for consent for another 16-year-old, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm old school, but Wessel states that the victim came to him at a bad time in his life, and he was in a bad place. So he was like, man, I was in a bad place, so fuck it.
Oh, it's her fault because she came to me at a bad
I'm going to rape
time.
this girl, threaten to shoot her mama in the face if she finds out. My bad. I was fucking depressed.
Okay, then he goes on, and Wessel states that he was not the kind of person that was out there trying to groom children. Bullshit. That's exactly what you were doing. You knew exactly what you were doing, and you're disgusting for it. Now, Wessel states that there's a side of him that he wishes he didn't have. I wonder what that is.
A bitch-ass motherfucker.
Wessel admits to getting along with people younger than him, and he acknowledges that he has the ability to be attracted to younger girls and says it's not right. So he knows it's not fucking right.
You know why he can't get along with nobody his age? Because motherfuckers like
He's a
me,
bitch.
his age, were like, man, you're a bitch-ass dude. Nobody want to fucking hang out with this punk ass.
Right. Now, he states he needs to make changes in his life to keep him away from children, further elaborating that he doesn't need to coach children or teach children. Now, these are his own words, folks.
Let me tell you the changes that this dude's getting ready to have in his life. His life is getting ready to be running around in a penitentiary with his fucking finger holding on to a big brother's belt loop.
Oh,
I swear to God, he's going to be holding a big brother's belt loop and making his suit and do whatever the fuck he wants him to do. That's what the changes in Wessel's life's going to be.
all due to his own downfall.
He was having a bad day. Now Big Brother's having a good day.
Now, he states that he needs to make changes in his life so that he's not around children or that he's not teaching any children. And he agrees with the detective that he agrees that he doesn't see age. He sees them as a person.
Fuck is this dude? A white fucking robotics teacher, R. Kelly?
Wessel also believes that he can control his urges to be attracted to children. And those are his own words, people.
Wessel also admits that he has watched questionable anime porn that show children having sex. Wessel states that watching the videos interested him, but he wouldn't go out and do them.
He did, though.
He did do it. He may have not been going out there and fucking
A cartoon
character, but he was out there fucking little kids.
Yes.
The interview was concluded shortly after. Again, this is a summation of the interview that pertains to the victim and this part of the investigation. The interview is in its entirety and is attached to this report. Director Minnick with the Monroe County Sheriff's Department contacted me and was advised that he had completed the extraction of all the devices associated with the Wessel investigation, and he is now in the process of reviewing these extractions for further corroboration of evidence and will update this report with additional findings if fucking needed.
I'm telling you what, there's more charges coming. There's
this
more
dude's
victims.
fucked.
I guarantee you. Well, I'm allegedly assuming that there's going to be some child porn on these devices. There's going to be all kinds of shit come out. Mark my word.
I'm just
there are more
elaborating.
charges coming for this dude.
I got a lot of friends that have been in prison. Hey, look, I've been in the county for a day or two, paid bail, woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? I've had some buddies that have been in prison, and they said dudes like this that fuck around with little kids, and I'm just gonna be real. They got some big black dudes, man. Mm-hmm. These little white dudes that molest girls and shit.
Yeah.
They gotta hold on to the brother's belt loop wherever they go. Like they gotta hold their finger in big bro's belt loop and go wherever the fuck they go for protection. Because all the rest of the population will fucking kill them for being a molester.
Because they know what they've done.
So they're holding on to big bro's belt loop.
So what's Big Brother's belt loop? How's that? What's happening to these cats? What?
Well, they hold on to Big Bro's belt loop, so the whole rest of the population want to kill this fucking dude, right? Because ain't nobody in prison like a chomo. Okay,
Right.
We all know that. Nobody likes a fucking child molester. So you got this. So I'm just saying the baddest dudes in prison are usually, and I'm just not being racist, nothing. Usually a big black dude, like the Green Mile dude, like a big old fucking 300-pound monstrous linebacker black dude. So this white dude who's a child molester got to run around with his two fingers in Big Bro's belt loop and run around, and he's Big Bro's bitch.
And Big Bro's protecting him.
He does it for his protection, yeah. And when Big Bro wakes up, the belt loop holder, the chomo's got to wash dude's toilet, make his fucking soup, wash his fucking clothes in the toilet and shit. I'm just being real, folks.
So that's what's about to happen to Wessel.
I fucking hope so. I hope Big Bro makes him hold 3 fingers in his belt loop. And if you're out there and y'all can hear 69 South from prison, I hope that y'all hear this and you make Wessel hold 4 fingers in your belt loop, bro. I'm just saying. That's the truth, though. I know a lot of dudes been to prison, and they make them hold their belt loop because they're the little bitch like a little leash. I'm just saying. I'm not being.
Well, I mean, people want to hear it real, and people want to hear it raw, and if that's how it is, that's how it is, and hopefully that's what Jacob Wessel's got to look forward to for being a dirty ass bitch and doing these to this kids.
I hope so. Hey, we love y'all. We got to end this episode. We love to support you, so support us if you can to keep the lights and the heat on now that it's getting chilly in the studio. If you want to support 69 South, please go to
www.patreon.com/69 South.
And I promise we're about to start throwing out some videos of some extra shit on there. We've been caught up in some...
You love your private life is what it is.
I know, man. I know, but we're about to put some videos on. We're just so damn good looking. We're scared that the attention's going to be so much.
Oh,
you
God.
never know. Anyway,
so full of it.
Hey, we love you listeners, man. We love doing these episodes. Hey, but until then, have a good morning, good evening, good day, whatever.